Hi, this is Monica. Like, comment, and subscribe. And today I'm going to take y'all with me to go make a couple of errands. Plus, I'm going to do this makeup look. I'm going to finish this makeup look for y'all. And tell y'all about what's been going on since I talked to y'all last at the thunderstorm, at the snowstorm. So, yeah, I'm going to take y'all with me real quick because I got a couple of errands I got to run. And I got to go see Mary King. Because Mary King is important right now because Mary King is hurt. So this is part of the reason why I have not been on here. But nevertheless, I owe y'all content. And that's what y'all going to get the hell today. Or probably all day. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get to this first part of this damn video. And I hope it's long. So since everybody got questions and concerns. Okay, girl. I missed y'all too, but geez, Louise. That's what I'm talking about right there. And now that y'all seen what I was doing, some of it, I'm going to tell y'all why I haven't been on here, why I haven't uploaded this and that, or whatever the case may be. Now, I don't think I told y'all, but I'm going to do a soft glam. The reason why I'm doing a soft glam is because my hair is lighter. And because my hair is lighter, I have to do a softer look. I wanted to go for a softer look. Now, keep in mind, I've came on here and I've talked to y'all about a lot of stuff. I've talked to y'all about every player except for a couple that I got to introduce to y'all still. But at the end of the day, I've talked to y'all about some of the main players in my life because I tell y'all stories all the time. I tell y'all stories all the time and I talk to y'all like y'all my neighbor. I tell y'all that. I tell y'all that because I unpack a lot of my life with y'all because y'all think I'm helping y'all, but y'all are helping me. So therefore, when I get more subscribers and I get new people to this channel, I have to go back and I have to reiterate what is going on this channel because it's everywhere. I don't have this a specific thing. I don't I don't do clothing hauls and stuff like this all the time. I just do what I do, and that's what we're gonna do today. Now, as you've seen, I had a whole lot of wine. And it's absolutely divine. So what I've done so far, I've moisturized my face with this CeraVe moisturizer cream, and it looks like this. This is what I moisturized my face with before I put my primer or anything on my face. That's what I did because it's the winter months and your skin tends to dry out. And my skin is dry right now. Secondly, my mom called me. I called my mom this morning. Now, keep in mind, my mom has been going through a bunch of bullshit all this month. So we're going to go back. We're going to start at the middle of January. Or is it the middle of January? Somewhere around in there. And I'm going to tell y'all everything to present day what's been going on with my mother. Because, see, my mom is important to me. I don't know how nobody else feels about that. And some people may shut their shoulders at my mom because a lot of decisions that she made wasn't right. And I never said that my mom was perfect because she's not. By far. Mary King, no. Okay, but I have to still maintain my mom because she did it when we needed her. Now my mom is older and she needs us. So I can't let my mom down. So that's part of the reason why I haven't been uploading and stuff like this. I have to take care of my mother. Because at the end of the day, my mother is all I got left. That is it for me. I don't have, my dad is gone. My grandma and my granny is gone. Everybody's gone. My sister's gone. All I got left is my mom and my husband now. So I got to keep my family safe. So whenever something goes on, I have to step back and prioritize. And right now, my mom was my top priority at this moment. So please, just when you get a chance, say a prayer for Mary King. Because, child, when y'all hear what the hell has been going on with Mary King, I'm going to take a sip to that. Absolutely delicious. Okay. Because I want to do a soft glam today, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Jeffree Star. And I said it. I ain't got to like people, but I'll buy their makeup because it's cute. Okay, but anywho, I'm going to use his Orgy Pal today. My husband did pay for this one. I ain't heard the end of this one yet, but okay. So I haven't used it. But this is what it looks like. This is the colors that I need. I think I'm going to use out of one palette today. because that's what I want to do. Plus, I want to see how it performs because, you know, he got a lot to say about other makeup artists and stuff and how they makeup. It's not Jeffree Star approved. So we're going to see is it Monica approved today. Okay, Jeffree? Okay, anywho, I got to stop being petty because that's what I'm doing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the first color on, then I'm going to come back, and then we're going to talk some more about that old Mary King situation. Let me explain what just happened. I know I had already patted out my eyeshadow base, but that Jeffree Star Orgy palette, from, I'm going to say, from 1 to 10, 1. Because, no, So that's not one that I would reach for. I'm going to keep it because it was a gift. But other than that, no. So I had to start all over. So what you're seeing me doing is I use my Juvia's Place eyeshadow primer in the color 1, and I put that on. And now I'm patting it out so that I can reapply this eyeshadow with a different palette, a palette that I completely trust. But other than that, I can use that for like a base in the front or something like this, the everyday palette. That's not one of those palettes that I will actually reach and grab for, because this is the second time that I've used that palette. This is the second time that palette has already took me to a whole new height. But nevertheless, let's talk about my mom. Now, keep in mind, maybe, I want to say, maybe about a month and a half ago, my mom gets a phone call. And, you know, my mom, by her falling out with her brothers and sisters, I would think that at some point that they would just be like, okay, we're going to give up the ghost because, you know, she by herself and she's been punished enough for something she just didn't do. But, okay, we're going to, okay, you know, but no. She got a phone call like, oh, my God, Dumber, that's the one that wanted to spit in her face. Dumber, that something's going on with his foot and he got to have surgery and he's real sick and he's septic, scooty bot. I don't give a shit. Okay, it's my mother. Okay, but anyway, she goes into panic mode. When she goes into panic mode, that means she's calling out and she's asking questions and ain't nobody answering her. They just keeping her in the loop, but not in the loop, but on the outside of the loop. She ain't even on the inside of the loop at this point. But nevertheless, this is what was going on. So my mom being my mom, because see, I told y'all in another story that my mom raised him. My mom raised him from the time he was born up until the time that he started acting like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? My mom raised him. This was the one that my grandma gave to my mom, because I told y'all when my grandma was having the kids, she would give the older kids one to raise. And he was the one that my mom raised. He was. I'm putting this eyeshadow primer there because I have a black mark right there and I want to cover it. But nevertheless, this is what had happened. So my mom goes and she starts calling around and she starts trying to find out what hospital in and this. Don't you know he told the hospital that she was harassing him? Don't you know he had her blocked where she couldn't even call up there no more? I mean, I would think, at a point, I would think that they would give up, but they haven't given up. So when I found out about this whole conversation, my mom was telling me about it, and I'm like, well, Mom, why did you call? She was like, Micah, that's my brother. And I understand that because I love my brother. But at the end of the day, if you keep shutting the door on me, I'm not going to keep knocking. Quit knocking is what I told her. But I didn't tell her that nice. I told her kind of nasty because I don't want Mom's feelings to keep continually getting hurt because she want to have a relationship with her brothers and sisters. That's not her fault. Now it's their fault because they haven't grown up. They still doing this petty ass shit to my mother, and my mother keep falling for it. And I don't get it. I just be like, then it makes me mad at her because she still wants a relationship with her brothers and sisters, which at this point I should stay out of it because she going to keep fucking around and she going to keep getting her feelings hurt. And that ain't going to do nothing but keep pissing me off. So in order for me to live my life, I have to start trying to back off when it comes to that relationship between them, because I can see now that they still is being funny and treat my mom in your kind of way or whatever the case may be. But see, my mom is a trooper, so I don't expect for my mom to keep doing that. I don't want her to be subservient. My mother don't give no breaks. My mother don't give no fucks. My mother, but I want her to be like that when it comes to them, but she won't. But because she won't, I have to maintain an eye on her because I don't want nobody getting a free one off and I don't know about it. No, we're not going to do that. So yeah, I'm on their ass like the police about my mom. So yeah, still, this is the shit that's popping out about my mom. So we going back now. We're gonna touch on what's going on because at the end of the day, I have a reason to be this aggressive today. But we're gonna use the Juvia's Place of Switch palettes. Just like I said, me and Jeffrey, I'm gonna call him on the phone because I need to talk to him about that palette. They're gonna send me another one because that one is god awful. Okay, we ain't gonna talk about that. This is the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette, and I think I'm gonna do my soft glam out of here. And I think I'm gonna start off with Kafur, whatever this one. I'm going to start off with this one. Then I'm going to bring a little bit of this one in, and then I'm going to end it up with the black. So I'm going to come back after that's done, and then we're going to move on. We're going to continue to talk about how they still fucking over my mother, and it's been years later. As you can see, my lashes are on. And these are lashes that I showed you that I got from Amazon. I will try to leave the description in the description box below. But after they had totally refused my mom, then, maybe a couple of weeks later, she gets another phone call. But this phone call came from, now keep in mind, these are her siblings that I'm talking about. These are the people that she was raised with. They got the same parents. They got all that. But nevertheless, she got another phone call. This phone call, on the other hand, was about the other brother. Dumb. Not dumber, but dumb. He didn't have a stroke. But I would have respected the phone call just a little bit more if the person that called my mom, now keep in mind, Dumber stays here. Dumb stays here. Okay, this phone call came from out of town. One of her cousins called her to tell her that her brother, who lives in the same state as she do, they had a heart attack, possible stroke. Oh, okay, so now she's really erratic. Now, keep in mind, she got her dumbest brother. Something was going on with his foot. He completely blocked her. And then now she got the other brother that lives in the same city as she do. But the cousin that lives a couple of states over calls my mother to tell her that her brother is in the hospital. Now, keep in mind, it wasn't just my mother this time that they did this to. It was actually my aunt that I truly, truly have a relationship with. The only one that I have an actual good relationship with. That's on both sides. My mom's and my dad's side. This is the aunt right here that they didn't even tell her. She found out because I called her to find out if she knew. Now, keep in mind, when my mom heard about this, my mom completely went into warp 5. Now she's thinking, oh my God, something's wrong with both of my brothers. Now, keep in mind, they not thinking like that. They not thinking like that at all. They thinking like, why is she in their business and this? Once again, my mother's calling around. Now, when I heard this news about the second brother, I was actually on my way home. Now, what you see me do was I took these two concealers from Maybelline. The Maybelline Fit Me, New York. And the first concealer is 30. And I took it, and that's the lighter concealer that y'all seen. And this one is a little darker. And this is, what color is this, Lord? I don't know what color this is, but it's this color. You can clearly see that they're two different colors. This is more yellow. This is more like a chocolate nudish color. Okay, so I took them and I blended them in. Because I'm going for a neutral look, I wanted to use a darker foundation. So I think today I'm going to use my Milani Conceal Imperfect. Imperfect. And it's in the color Golden Toffee. And it looks like this. I think I'm going to use this foundation today for this makeup look. But nevertheless, hold on one second. Nevertheless, this is what was going on. So by this time, I am like boiling because I don't understand why is it that, how could it be that hard for y'all just to call her? They know, see, and my mother, no matter how I keep getting mad at her about doing the same shit over and over, she's still going to do it because those are her brothers and sisters. And I got to realize that. I got to realize that this is her brothers and sisters and this is how they are. But sometimes you get a little ray of hope. You want a little ray of hope that's telling you, okay, Hope, they're going to do right by my mom and they're not going to just screw over her. But no, not her family. So she hears about this. She start clowning. And when I say she start clowning, my mom starts going at it. Calling around, crying and stuff like this. Oh my God, my brother is sick. I need to find out. Michael, don't say nothing smart. This and this and that and the third. Now, keep in mind, it's killing me not to say anything because I know what's going to happen. I know she's going to go and she's going to look and she's going to try to see what's going on. but they're going to shut her down again. But sometimes you just got to just like your parents raised you, sometimes you got to step in and kind of try to raise them. But nevertheless, this is what I was trying to do. And I try to keep giving my mom, this is kind of orange. Okay, we're not going to, we're going to wait till it oxidize, Monica. We're not going to do that. Maybe it's the camera. So let's see. No, it's not the camera. But anyway, the reason why I'm patting it over there is so that it'll be an even blend between that concealer and that foundation. But I try to give my mom the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, okay, maybe she ain't gonna fall for it this time, because I know already forewarned her not to, but not my mother, because she's so hell-bent on, these is my brothers and sisters, and my mom and them, would have wanted us. But if they not giving her the same kind of energy she's giving them, why should she keep trying? And see, that's what I need to understand that. So one day I'm going to sit down and I'm going to talk to her behind, because I need to know, why is it that she think that it is okay for these here folks to keep doing her the way that they doing her, and nobody's saying anything on her behalf. Nobody's helping her. Nobody is actually pitching in with my mom, because at the end of the day, this is my mother. This is my mother. And I'm steadily trying to defend her, but she's steadily going against the grain. When I say she's going against the grain with me, with this stuff, with her brothers and sisters, she is going against the grain with me, with her brothers and sisters, because at the end of the day, she's still holding out hope that they're not going to keep on holding on to a grudge that she didn't start. This is not a fight that she started. This is a fight that they started. But it just so happened that I'm not cutting nobody no breaks when it comes to my mom, but I have to try to get some type of order when it's coming to her, because she steadily is the only one taking the hit for this shit. And I don't want her to, this is my mom. I don't want my mom to keep on doing this. So when she found out about it, of course, they didn't block her, but some people was asking, like, why is she asking questions and doody-doo and all this other Scooby-Doo type shit. But I told her, I said, she even went out there to the hospital to try to see him. I don't know what all went on at that hospital, but she was mad as fuck when she left. But nevertheless, I told my mom, I said, you have to quit doing this. She has to quit doing this, but she won't stop. So, yeah, this is part of the reason why I be, like, in and out with stuff, because I got to watch my mom. Now that I have that all patted in, as you can see, that foundation is oxidizing. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to make sure that I go over, like, touch up with that foundation, just as places that I just want a little bit more coverage than what I have, which I think is covered pretty good. You know, just make sure it's patted out or whatever. Now, as you can see, you can see where I highlighted at, which that's how it's supposed to look. But take that same brush that I patted that concealer out with, and I'm going to go over it. The reason why I'm going to go over it is because I want to make sure that there's no creasing and it's patted in as good as possible, because once you set your makeup, once you set that concealer is there to stay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and repat this out just a little bit. And then I think I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me setting powder in the color, I think this deep dark 30 to set my concealer. And I think I'm going to use this Real Technique brush to do so. But yet still, I said, and I tried to give my mom the benefit of the doubt. Now, once she found out that, A, he was cool, or whatever the case may be, she was a little all right with that. But see, my mom always, she even do that with us. My mom always put people before herself. And which, I understand that. I do. Don't get me wrong. I do. I understand that. But I don't know when my mom is going to realize that these people ain't no good for her. But see, this ain't the only shit that's been going on with my mom. I tells my mom, she hard-headed. I tell my mom, I said, Mom, just because you vaccinated, that doesn't mean that everybody around you is vaccinated. That just means that you are. She like, well, my God, I'm okay. I done got my booster shot. I'm okay. And if you got a mother that's as old as my mom is 72. Then you know they hard-headed. They don't listen. You know what I'm saying? They don't listen. Kyra, I mean, Kyra, I'm Unique, had just made a video about her mom being sick. And this she was really emotional. She's one of my favorite influencers that I watch. But nevertheless, I watched this and I was thinking to myself, a lot of what she was talking about as far as her mom goes, a lot of that I can relate to. And the reason why I say that is because my mom went to a funeral. When my mom went to this funeral, I told her, I said, Mom, now I'm going to let that sit. I'm going to let that sit because that's what I want to do. I'm going to let it sit. So I'm going to pour the rest of this back in here because it's going to make a hot damn mess all over the place if I don't. Ooh. And it did already. But anyway, I told my Mom, just because everybody else is vaccinated, that doesn't mean that you in the clear to go and do what the fuck you want to do. So I'm suggesting, lady, that you stop. But we're talking about my mother. We're talking about my mother who's going to do what my mother wants to do. So I have to stop. Where I think I'm going wrong is that I'm telling my mom what not to do. So if I tell her to go ahead and do what the fuck she want to do, then maybe she'll learn. But she's not. So what I think I'm going to take now is this Morphe 8H palette. And it looks like this. And I stuck my thumb in it. And it looks like this. I think I'm going to take this this shade here. I think I'm going to take this shade here. And I think I'm going to contour. Yeah, I'm going to bronze and contour with this shade here. But nevertheless, my mom, she just keep doing what she want to do. And I keep telling her, like, lady, I'm going to find out about it. She don't believe me, though. But I guess now she'll believe me because not only have I figured this shit out, I'm steadily doing this shit. Now, keep in mind, Margaret and Clyde is helping me with my mom because, see, they see her more than what I do during the week because I work so far out and my Margaret and my mom help my brother out during the week and stuff like this. So they see her more than what I do. So when I get a bad report about my mom, I have to check because 9 times out of 10, Margaret and Clyde that called me about something that my mom did. This brings me to point number 2. I tell my mom all the time, Mom, you got to watch it because just because you're friends with somebody or just because you're around somebody, they're not going to feel the same way or look out for you like we do because you're our mother. But my mom, on the other hand, she don't believe shit stink. So I tell her this. I told her, I said, I don't want you going to that funeral, Mom. I said, because I don't know if everybody's been vaccinated. I'm vaccinated. These are my friends and whoop-de-whoop and scooty-bop. I'm going to go anyway. My mother went to this funeral. Not even 4 or 5 days later, I get a phone call from Clyde like, Monica, you heard from Mom? I'm like, no, what's going on? He like, I ain't heard from her. He said she got a cold. I said, what? He says she got a cold. I said, well, what do you mean she got a cold, Clyde? I said, what's going on? He said she got a cold and this, and the third. Now, keep in mind, the cold started on a Wednesday, right after this funeral where she went and had no business going. So when I found out about it, I immediately called her. This was on a Saturday. Well, my mom tell me, Monica, I've been in the bed for a whole day. I couldn't even get out the bed. I'm like, what's going on, Mom? I said, tell me exactly what you're feeling like. My mom is severely diabetic. So she's telling me, like, Monica, I'm not feeling good. I could barely get out the bed. I couldn't even eat nothing. She said, oh, my God, I thought I was going to die. COVID. So immediately I go into super warp style. Now I'm trying to figure out what the fuck. Now I'm contact tracing. I'm not just contact tracing. I'm looking to see what the fuck that went on. Where have you been, lady? So that I can know what to tell these people when they find out you got COVID. Okay, so this was on a Saturday. I call her doctor's office. Leave a message for the on-call doctor. They don't call me back. Keep in mind, I'm getting ready to head to the hospital on Monday because I got to work. I tell her, like, Mom, I'm trying to get in contact with your doctor. I'm trying to get in contact with your doctor. My mom telling me, don't worry about it because I'm feeling a little better today. Still, my mom's ears is infected because she's saying that her ears is aching. Then she says she can't breathe out her nose and this. Immediately, I put it together like, oh, my God, she got COVID. She telling me, I ain't got COVID. Quit saying I got COVID. I ain't got no COVID, girl. I'm like, Mom, it sound like you got COVID, girl. I ain't got no COVID, girl. You need to quit saying that shit to me. That hospital jargon is what she called it. I called her doctor's office. I explained to them exactly what's going on with my mom. Exactly what she's feeling like. Exactly what's going on with her. Now, I'm using this Juvia's Place blush palette, and it looks like this. This is the Volume 1 palette. I'm using this because it's darker, and I just want just a little bit of something on those cheeks because, wait a minute. I don't like that. Wait a minute. We're going to just rat it on out. I don't like that. I don't like that. Wait a minute. Hold on. So I'm trying to explain to this woman that I call my mother. I'm trying to explain to her, like, lady, you need to cut the crap. You know what I'm saying? But yet still, she's giving me the blues. Now I'm going to fix that as soon as I get a chance because it's driving me crazy as is. As you can see it really good now. But nevertheless, this is what I'm telling my mom. Now, y'all have to trust the process. Just because y'all see it looking like this, that doesn't mean anything. I'm going to take that same brush that I had that makeup on. I'm going to go over this blush and stuff because that's what we're not doing. So, I'm steadily trying to tell my mom, like, Mom, you got to do better, this and this and this. The doctor has to tell her because I even told her, I said, Mom, you got COVID. I ain't got no damn COVID. Quit saying I got COVID. The doctor hear her on the phone. She's like, Monica, she got COVID. I'm like, oh, okay. So I had to deal with that. Then that brings us to present day. Now, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to set my face, spray it down, and then we're going to go ahead and finish this on off because Mary King lost her damn man around here fucking with my nerves, but nevertheless, this is what we're on. Okay, so this brings us to present day. Now, keep in mind, I had to get over her with the COVID. I had to stop her with the brothers. I had to stop her with a lot of shit. But nevertheless, my mom's not going to listen. Now, this pencil is Molasses, and it's by Sephora. And I'm going to line my lips because at this point, my mother is just not listening. So, this brings us to current day. Mark goes and picks Mom up yesterday to take her to go to the business. So when she goes up there, she fumbling around. Margaret notices that my mom has her hand inside of her coat. So Margaret, being the super sleuth that she is, Margaret calls me. She's like, Monica, Mom got her arm inside the coat. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I don't know. She said, Mom found out. She said, I'll call you back. Couple hours later, that's what I said. Couple of hours later, so Margaret calls me. When she calls me, now I just use that lingerie. What is this? This NYX lingerie push-up, and it's in the color. What color is this crap? Corset, and it looks like this. That's what's in my pouch. But Margaret calls me and she tells me, she said, Monica, she's hiding her hand. I said, what's she hiding her hand for, Margaret? She like, I don't know. She was like, but I'm going to pull this jacket up and see. So when Margaret calls me back, she looks at my mom's hand. My mom then fell into her rail in her house trying to throw her purse in the door because of the snowstorm. So she tries to throw her purse in the door and she hits her hand on the rail, which causes my mom. That's what your video that y'all just seen, that y'all seen at the beginning here, that's my mom's hand. And so this is the hand. Matter of fact, I don't even know why I told y'all that because I'm going to insert it right here. Mom, look at that hand. It's swollen. Mm-hmm. Look at, Mom, it's really swollen. I need you to put that hand up. Yeah. Okay, well, I need you to take care of this.
Get it off of that
Okay,
thing.
now I'm going to get up on this so y'all can see what I see. But nevertheless, my mom now, as you can see, she has a knot on her hand. So she don't want me to call the doctor, but that's what I've been taking care of. See, my mother is everything to me. My mother does what she want to do, but my mother is everything to me. So I have to take out time to do my mom before I can do anything else. So yeah, I don't be on here as often, but I have shit that be going down over here, especially when it comes to my mom, because I got to keep an eye on her. So I appreciate everybody checking and stuff like this. But right now, Mary King is fucking up completely. So I got to be in her life. I got to insert myself in her life, and she doesn't want me to. So I've taken care of that. I got the hand all situated and stuff when I went over there earlier. But what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to call her doctor in the morning, and I'm going to talk to her, because I absolutely don't get why my mom think that this is okay, and it's not. It's simply not. It's not. So as you can see, this is what I've been taking care of for the last couple of weeks when it came to my mom. So yeah, I think I'm going to make another video today, and I'm going to talk to y'all about some of the products that I used and this wig that I absolutely love, which I wasn't too cute about the color, because this is the lightest I've ever went when it came to my wigs, but my husband likes it, so we're gonna do that. Now this wig here, we're gonna talk about in another video, because it's the faux locks like I like it, but it's white, and I gotta do my parts and stuff. But nevertheless, we're just gonna go ahead and roll with it, because I think I absolutely love it. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I thank y'all for watching. I thank y'all for supporting me when it comes to my mom, because a lot of times I get on here and I just try to handle stuff on my own, but sometimes everybody needs some help. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.